I never forgot it. Years ago, when I was in my residency training, and I came to my supervisor and I said, "Hey, how's it going?" I had my little session, and I opened the session by just showing up in his office and say, "Hey, how you doing?" And he said, "Can't complain. Wouldn't do any good anyway." So I thought that was interesting, and that there's a lot of truth to that. Um, and what's interesting now to me is that most people don't support that or espouse to that. Really, most people complain. That's their MO. That's their life, is complaining. They don't like their job. They come home and complain. They don't like their supervisor. They come home and complain. They don't like somebody who cut them off on the freeway. They come home and complain. They don't like Hillary Clinton or Donald Trump. They come home and complain. Uh, Complain, complain, complain. Everything's about what's wrong. Complain, complain, complain. Now, most of these people. No, I don't think it's. I think it's okay. You come home and and you had a bad day and you want to talk about it. Okay, but people don't stop there. They're complaining all the time, incessantly, and oftentimes about the same thing, like that they complained about yesterday and the day before that and the day before that, and they don't do anything to change the situation. And that's kind of what I'm trying to get at here is, first of all, excessive complaining reaches a point where it's abusive to your partner and to your friends, particularly because there's usually nothing they can do about it, but agree, yeah, that's too bad. But or they'll tell you, well, why don't you, talk to your boss and tell him to stop being an a-hole, or if why don't you do this or that? Why don't you change your job? Why don't you find a job where you're not working with petty tyrants? But it falls on deaf ears, and people don't change. They don't do something different. They just complain about it. So if you're just going to complain about something where bad idea, it's abusive. Either if you're complaining about something, either try to do something that'll change the situation, so you won't have to be complaining about it, or do something different, or guess what? Accept the things you cannot change. Because what you're doing when you're complaining is you're just ruining everything for everybody. You're ruining the free time that you have. It's bad enough that you're victimized at work. Now you come home and you regurgitate all that victimhood and you reinvest in it and you reinvent it in your evening. So now this supervisor now has power over your personal life, not just your work environment. Now at home, that person still has power over you. You're giving up your power, and you're living in the past, and you're ruining the evening. Spending even more time on that idiot, that you can't do anything about, and so you're filling yourself up with negativity, resentment, bitterness, stress, anger, right? Frustration. All this stuff, by the way, has an effect on your blood pressure and your heart rate, has an effect on your immune system. Anger, stress, complaining, it all negativity, it all suppresses the immune system, makes it easier for you to get sick, makes it harder for your body to get well. You fill your mind up with negativity and anger and rage, you're going to end up with a major depressive episode, an anxiety disorder, catastrophic thinking, uh, anger issues. You're just filling up your mind and body with a lot of toxic crap, and you're leaking it all over other people, unfairly and unnecessarily. If you have a complaint and you want to share it with your partner or with your friend, do it once, for 3 minutes, and then let it go.